Hi, fourth grade. It's Miss Cobble again. So this week we're talking about finance literacy. So there's several vocabulary terms that you'll hear as we go throughout the week, but it all really has to do with saving money, spending money, and how people make money. So let's get started. First, we're going to look at profit. So this is pretty wordy, and the next two slides are going to be much more clear, but I went ahead and included this because it had definitions. So, first part, profit, it's the money that's left over after paying all the expenses. So, it's calculated by subtracting all expenses from income. Income is money that is collected by a business. So, for example, if I'm selling t-shirts, the money that people give me to buy those shirts, that's my income. Revenue is just another word for income. So this will make more sense, I think, as we go through the next couple slides, but the definitions will be here if you need them. All right, so now we're going to talk a little more about profit and really what profit means. So profit, if you're selling an item, the profit is the amount of money that you actually make. So profit is income, so money made, minus expenses, money spent. So, for example, we're having a bake sale, let's just say. In order to have this bake sale, we have to buy flour, sugar, eggs, frosting, and milk. So if I buy all those items, I'm going to spend $11. So I can't have a bake sale without buying those ingredients. Now, so let's say we make all the baked goods and sell them, and we bring in $75. So people are giving me $75 to buy all these goods. Technically, though, my profit, what I'm truly making, is $64. Because remember, I had that expense of $11. So income minus expenses is your profit. The profit is how much you're really truly making. Here's another example. So this one I feel like you can relate to a little more. So let's say we had a lemonade sale. So in order to have a lemonade sale, let's say the only things I had to go out and buy were lemons, cups, and straws. So before I could even do this lemonade sale, I had to spend $5. So I go out, I do the lemonade sale, and I sell 100 cups of lemonade. If each cup was 25 cents, I make $25, or my income was $25. Now, your true profit, how much you truly make, is expenses subtracted out of income. So if you look down here, I actually spent $5, and so I have to subtract that out. So 25 minus 5 gives me 20. So technically, my profit is only $20. So if I'm only spending $5, still a pretty good profit for a lemonade stand. All right, so a couple other things that you might see are fixed and variable expenses. So fixed expenses, these are things that occur on a regular basis. Maybe you have this charge every week, every month, or every year. Now, of course, at your age, you're not going to have as many of these, but within your family, you probably do. So examples of fixed expenses are monthly rent or mortgage. So I know in my house, I have to pay my mortgage every month. It's the same amount every month, and I have to pay that bill. Same thing with the car payment. It's that same amount every single month. Phone bill as well. We signed up for a phone plan, so I chose to have that fixed expense and pay that every month as well. Now, variable expenses, they're not regular, and the amounts change because it's based on what I want, really. So, for example, like gifts. I may go out one month and buy a gift for $20. The next month, something comes up and I need another gift. I may spend $10. So it changes because I don't necessarily have to spend the same amount on every time I go out and buy that item. Vacations, that's a variable expense because the price changes. It's not going to be necessarily on a regular basis. Clothes as well. So clothes are not something that you purchase necessarily every single month. So it's a little more of it's a need in one sense, but it also, the cost isn't going to necessarily be the same every time you go out and buy clothes. So big thing, amounts do not change with a fixed and they happen regular. Variable amounts change and it's not regular. Just to kind of recap, a couple more fixed. This is for a car payment. This shows a check, which we don't really use a lot now. But again, we got to pay that every month if you buy a car. This just shows a monthly bill because something that if it's the same amount, you got to pay it every month. Variable fast food restaurant meal, not always going to be the same price. Not always, you may not go as often one month as the month before. And then school supplies. Hopefully you're not having to buy these all the time. And so it's not a reoccurring expense. All right, so one of the things that you may have at some point, if you don't already, is a savings account. So a savings account is a place that you can put money back. And then at some point, if you wanted to take that money out, it's still your money, but you could take it out, but allow it to be in a safe place. So the advantages of a savings account is the money earns interest, or it makes a little bit of extra money while it's in that account. The money is safe. It's put away somewhere. It's not just, laying out at your home. And then the money's fairly easy to access. Disadvantages, that's a very small interest. It's not like you're going to get a savings account and make tons of money. Very, very small, but it's better than nothing. And then the other thing is with the savings account, you would need to go to a bank or an ATM to get cash. All right, so next is deposits versus withdrawals. So a deposit is when you put money into a bank or into an account. So like my paycheck gets deposited every month because that's the money I use to pay my bills. The withdrawals that come out, so that may be my mortgage payment. That may be a car payment. So anytime I'm having to take money out, that's the withdrawal. All right, so at the bottom here, this just has some examples of why you may save money. Why would you make deposits, withdrawals, and all of those things? So one of the reasons you may save money or try to save money is for unseen expenses. Cars, unfortunately, cars break down. Things happen to where you have these extra payments and bills to pay. All right, last thing, financial institutions. That's really just a fancy word for banks and credit unions. So this is like the places, this is like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, places like that where people keep their money. Reason why people do that is, financial institutions, sometimes they lend you money. In order for me to get a home, I had to have a financial institution lend me money because I don't have all that money to just pay toward a house. And then the other thing is it keeps money safe. So if I'm trying to save money, this is a place I can put it and I know it's in a safe spot. All right, so you're probably thinking by now, why do I need to know all this? So you can see my little picture right here. This is real life. So these are things that as adults you will do all the time. This is kind of day to day, like how you pay bills, how you save money, all of those things. While you're at home, I encourage you to do the following. Talk with your parents about the fixed expenses that you have. Some of them are probably similar to mine, like a car payment or mortgage or rent. Also, what does your family have to withdraw money for? We probably have some of the same things to withdraw money for. Groceries. Anytime I go out to buy clothes, I have to get money. Anything like that. And then lastly, what financial institution does your family use? Is it Bank of America? Is it Wells Fargo? There's many, many more. What do you use and what kind of accounts are helpful to your family? I hope this helps and I look forward to seeing y'all soon. Bye.